That was an amazing fight. So let's talk about the bad news. Let me mute this. Don't be surprised if this fight ends up being a draw. I have Lomachenko just edging it, 7 rounds to 5, barely. Very, very, very close rounds to score the type. So what I do is I'll have Devin Haney on one side, Lomachenko 1 through 12. And I have so many question marks for rounds that could have been swing rounds. Amazing. What I want to say is I wasn't confident picking Devin Haney to win this fight because Lomachenko is a special fighter. And Orlando Salido, there were certain circumstances where he was new to boxing, professional boxing. The Teofimo fight, I really legit felt that he was injured, or let's just be honest, I don't think that he took Teofimo seriously. And Lomachenko did acknowledge, we're going to listen to the scorecards, acknowledge that, he wants to thank Teofimo because he was getting a little too cocky, a little too arrogant. He was talking about this week with Mark Riegel. But dude is special. 17,000 plus there at the MGM Grand, $60 pay-per-view, a very good pay-per-view from top to bottom. Even the prelims, I can say I would give it a B plus. The main event lived up to the hype. We can expect for it to probably be a rematch. I'm amazed at this dude. Dude is amazing. Here is Max's scorecard. 115, 113 for Loma. He gave Loma a clean sweep for the last 3 rounds. And basically had Loma pretty much outside of round number 9 sweeping 6 and on. By the way, I wonder why Usyk didn't show up. We're going to turn it up, listening to it a little bit, watch a little highlights. So let me tell you what the keys were. Devin Haney's jab wasn't really a factor. It was more so the body shots that Loma had no answer for. Here, let's turn it up.
This is why Loma holds his breath for 4.
Loma had no answer for the body shots. The right hand just kept landing to the body. But after a while, the left hand of Lomachenko and the mental fatigue that he causes with all the angles and the feinting, you can tell later on in the fight that it tired Devin Haney out. And he's never seen this type of skill set ever before. I'm all for a rematch before we even learn what the cards is. And don't be surprised if it's going to be some bullshit on these cards. But then again, let's see if there's any wide cards because the rounds were close. Shout out to Harvey Doc, the referee. This is the type of loss, as I talked about earlier in the week on my podcast, is that this is the type of loss that if Haney takes should make him better. But no matter what happens, I want to see the winner fight Tank Davis. Here's the punch stats.
Loma threw more, Loma landed more, and Loma
I want to pause that and read it, but
I
want to pause that and read it, but I didn't have the time because they're about to read the cards. We're here live, real time.
And this was fought at an extremely skillful, high level, the way it's supposed to be.
Loma, man, dude ain't no joke.
Already, Tim Cheatham, David Sutherland.
And he played the pressure fighter the whole entire fight. He was rarely on the back foot. Rarely.
Here
it is.
Inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena after 12 rounds. It is now time for the Bud Light celebration decision as we go to the judges' scorecards. Dave Moretti scores the bout 116-112. Tim Cheatham and David Sutherland both score the bout 115-113. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And still undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Devin the Dream Haney!
Devin Haney is 30-0. He defends the undisputed lightweight championship by defeating Vasyl Lomachenko in a classic. And you can see the expression on Lomachenko's face. And you can hear the reaction from the crowd. Dave Moretti had the widest margin. 116, 112, 115, 113 was 2 times. Bernardo.
Devin, very close fight from ringside. Devin, very close fight from ringside. How did it feel inside the ring to be in there with Vasyl Lomachenko?
Say it again, I couldn't hear you.
Very close fight from ringside. What did it feel like to be in there against Vasyl Lomachenko?
Man, Lomachenko is a future. He's a future Hall of Famer. It was a blessing. But first up, I want to say, Alhamdulillah, thank you Allah for this victory tonight. I want to thank Allah for this, because without Allah, none of this was possible. Like I said, I got to take my hat off to Loma. He's a future Hall of Famer. He's my toughest opponent by far. He's very crafty, and we put on a great fight for the fans.
What was it about Loma that gave you trouble, especially in those middle to late rounds?
Say it again.
What was it about Loma that gave you trouble in those middle to late rounds?
Oh, I mean, he's a crafty fighter. I mean, he turns it up in the championship rounds, and I just got to take my hat off. He's a great fighter.
Everyone talked about the size, everyone talked about the age, but at the end of the day, what mattered was getting to 30 wins. What do you take away from this victory?
Oh man, it's all experience. You know, me and my team, we gonna go back to the house, watch the fight, and reflect on it. You know, I've been at 135 for a long time. This is my 30th fight. I've been here at 135 since I was 16 years old. So you know, we're gonna go back to the lab and figure out what's next.
We've been talking about this may be the last fight at 135. It seems like forever. What was it about tonight that makes you think this may be it?
Oh man, you know, it's always been tough for me to make the weight, and you know, I accomplished everything at 135. I just beat a future Hall of Famer. This is my 8th title defense, so we just got to see. But it's a lot of great fighters still in 135-pound division. So we'll see if it makes sense. Then we'll be at 135.
What fights make sense for you at 135?
We just got to see. We got to go back to the drawing board. We got fighters like Shakur. We got fighters like Javante, and the list goes on and on.
Tonight, you remain undisputed. What did this fight do for your career?
Oh man, it put me in the history books forever. I just beat a future Hall of Famer. It means everything to me and my team. Alhamdulillah.
Thank you very much, Devin. We appreciate it. Now we're going to move over with Vasyl
I'm somewhat
Lomachenko.
speechless.
Vasyl, you hear the crowd, the respect they have for the effort. What are your thoughts on tonight's results?
Thank you. First of all, I wanted to say thank you, my God, Jesus Christ. Second one, I wanted to say thank you, big thank you, my team, father, manager, Andre, Cartman, my family, my friends, and you guys, you are coming and support us. Thank you very much.
Did you feel like you deserve to be undisputed champion tonight?
I don't want to talk about this. All people see what happened today.
We talked about the size, we talked about the age. What was it about tonight that made you look the way you did? What fueled your fire?
Look, I think I show I can be in the boxing. Now I'm in a good shape, and see you next time.
Do you feel that your dream of being undisputed was stolen from you last night?
Look, I can't talk about this right now, you know. It's not a comfortable moment for me. And thank you for all people who come.
How good is Devin Haney? You've been in against the best. How good is Devin Haney?
Everything was in the rules. Everything was good. It was clean.
But in terms of his skill, his jab, his length, what did you think of Devin Haney, the boxer, tonight?
Look, before I think he will be better, but right now he's a top fighter, he's a good fighter, but he's not pound for pound fighter.
And finally, the future for you, 135 where you are smaller, or 130, what is next for you? Because you are one of the dominant 130-pounders ever.
Right now, I wanted to come back home, support my country, support my Ukrainian Orthodox Church.
Thank you very much, Vasyl Lomachenko.
You know, I'm not a fan of when, and this is boxing, when you know, fighters don't get like their storybook ending. And I will admit that this is a fight that probably could have went anyway, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now and not sit on the fence. I think that Lomachenko won that fight. He won that fight on my cards. Draw at best. 116, 112. And now Devin Haney's talking about moving up to 140. Also, remember, he is a promotional free agent. Now, talking to Shakur, let's see what he has to say.
Weight class.
Lomachenko should be undisputed champion. He won.
Wow.
He won. He won that fight.
What was it about his performance tonight that makes you say that he deserved the win?
He landed the cleaner punches. He landed the cleaner shots on Dev, and he pushed the pace.
What you saw tonight means that if Devin Haney decides to stay at 135, you could potentially get a shot at the undisputed title. How much do you want that fight?
Let's make it happen. I think that should happen next. I think Devin not on my level, and I'm going to show it.
In terms of what you saw that Devin did well tonight, what can you take away from that?
I feel like he's a tough fighter, but it's a high skill level within me, and I feel like he's not on my level. Bill called me out after my last fight, so now I'm here, and they ran out the ring.
So you have a chance to look right in the camera because I'm sure they'll see this after. What do you want to say to Devin Haney and Bill Haney?
They just seen me just now. They said something and ran out the ring. They got a little scared.
But you have a chance to say it.
I can't wait.
All right, thank you very much. The undefeated.
Damn, Loma. Damn. So, well, he's saying he's going to stick around. Hopefully it's not one of those things where, you know, he goes home and thinks, and then, you know, he retires later on. But still, at this point right now, he is the best 135 pounder. Only Shakur Stevenson, you know, we got to, you know, the keys are in Devin Haney's hands and what he's going to do, whether he's going to drop his belts, whether Top Rank is going to roll out the Brinks truck for him to re-sign with Top Rank to fight Lomachenko again in a rematch, or Shakur Stevenson, or will PBC make a major run at Devin Haney? You think Al Heyman's watching somewhere right now like, yo, let's do it. Do it right now. Let's give him, you know, let's get him over here, tank and beat him. One thing about Devin Haney is he's still good. And this is the type of, you know, win, even though a lot of people may feel he should lose. I can't wait to go see what's going on in Twitter. To be honest, I'm disappointed, you know, but can you say this was a robbery? I know fans are going to say it was a robbery, but I'm not saying it's a robbery. I'm just saying that Lomachenko should have won. A robbery is when it's like, oh no, these rounds, it was clear as day. But I can see how a lot of, especially round number 12, where I have a question mark. I gave that to Loma, but it could have been a Devin Haney round as well, because Loma, you know, both of them didn't really do much. But at the end of the day, Devin Haney got it. Lomachenko, where does he go next? You know, we don't know, but hopefully they keep the momentum going, and I can't wait to see what the social media reactions are going to be for this fight. Thanks for watching. I'm TstreeTCONTROVERSY with Fight View 360 and Traversial Media. Please subscribe.